I stayed home each night, 'cause you said you'd phone. You don't. And then I'm left all alone, singing the blues and crying. You treat me coldly each day of the year. You always scold me whenever somebody is near. My dear, it must be, it must be great fun being mean to me. You really shouldn't, 'cause can't you see what you mean to me? Things look swell, things look great, gonna have the world on a plate. Starting here, starting now, honey, everything's coming up roses. Clear the decks, clear the tracks, we've got nothing to do but relax. Blow a kiss, take a bow, honey, everything's coming up roses. How's your inning? Stand the world on its ears, set it spinning. That will be just the beginning. Curtain up, light the lights, we've got nothing to hit but the heights. You'll be swell, you'll be great, I can tell, just you wait. That lucky star I talk about is due. Honey, everything's coming up roses for me and for you. I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I've plenty of, baby. Dream a while, scheme a while, and you're sure to find happiness. And I guess all those things you've always pined for, gee, I'd like to see you looking swell, baby. Diamond bracelets, Woolworths doesn't sell, you'd have a million of them, babe. Since that lucky day, you know damn well, well, baby, I can't give you anything but love. the boy who never fell in love. It seems that I'm the only one I have been thinking of. What kind of lips are these? I stayed home each night, 'cause you said you'd phone. You don't. And I'm left alone, singing the blues and crying. Why can't I fall in love like any other man? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am. Thank you so much. Weaving from one place to another, never knowing where you're going. Hoping for that nice little spark. I gotta say, oh, they like that one. Too bad I was cutting out of it then. I'm gonna cut back to see. Always going. In 1978, I was inspired, bitten with the bug, with the idea of presenting myself to Liberace. He was the top paid, most recognizable, most famous, amazing showman in the world, and I knew he took on proteges. So I spent 6 months of my life carefully grooming a cassette. How many of you know what a cassette is? I had an 8-track of it too, oddly, you know. My mother has that in her closet, I think, still. Performing, you know, perfecting a tape, a cassette that I could go to Vegas and dress up and present myself. I made a resume for the musical resume for the first time, hoping that I could impress him. I hadn't practiced that hard in years. I hadn't spent that much time at the piano in years. And I did my best at that point to emulate his style. Thank you. Well, I got to Vegas. I did have the great honor and pleasure of meeting with him, my tape in my hand. Actually, at that time, there was a Liberace antique store and the Tivoli Gardens restaurant. There was no museum yet. It was being built at the time. And I went into the antique store, and the two guys that ran the antique store, Bob and Fred, were good friends of Liberace. Well, you know, people tell you now that kind of stuff. They always hear, oh yeah, I'm really good friends with so-and-so and so-and-so. But take people at their word. And I got to know them, talked to them for a little bit, gave them my CD, my cassette. And they played it in the store, and they said it was really, really, really good, and they were pretty sure that Lee would really like it. And they said they were going to the show that night, they'd see me there. So I went to the show. I tipped way more than I needed to tip to get my nose in a light bulb so I could sit right about where you are, looking at him this way, so I could watch everything that he did. And afterwards, we're standing there, and there's Bob and Fred and Seymour Hellman, I think it was his agent. Bob and Fred came by and they go, "Hi boys, you know, how are you doing?" I'm doing fine. They're going, "What? Wait here. We'll go take you out for coffee afterwards. We're going to go back and say hi to Lee." I'm standing out there going, "My God, my first night in Las Vegas. I'm so close. I'm so close. I'm so close." Stage door opens up and a hand comes out and goes, "Come on." And there I was, 5 minutes later, back in the dressing room. It was so amazing. And for the last few years of his life, I managed to go every time he was in Vegas. I would go, and even when he wasn't feeling good, sometimes he'd let me. I'd get to go back because he knew we would just kind of sit and talk. Such a marvelous, wonderful man. But he told me, he said, "I really like your tape." He said, "You are really, really good." But he said, "Look what happens to people who come into my show." He said, "I'm going to dress you up in my costumes. I'm going to bring you out there and make you a little mini Liberace." And he said, "You're going to get lost." He said, "Follow your own path." Here I am. Lovely, lovely memories, thank you. Lovely memories of an amazing entertainer and a very, very nice man. And he said, "Don't get lost in my shirt tails. Just don't do it. Follow your own path." And throughout all of that came, and I know some of you who hear me other places, I know you hear this one, but I also knew if I didn't put this one in tonight, I'd get yelled at by somebody. So out of all of that period of time and meeting with him and taking my own path again, I kind of turned direction, and I found George Gershwin. working. Overtime, it's wonderful, marvelous that you should care by that fast already? Whew. Wow. We are having a good time. You having a good time? An interesting story. It's from that point, 1978, 1980, that period of time, I've done my best to continue to grow and expand and learn new songs and new techniques. And one of the newest in the last few years has been learning how to accompany all you lovely people who come in and want to sing with me. This is a new skill. For me, you all sound great, but for me it was a new skill. I was so used to sitting here and doing my own thing that when somebody wanted to come up and sing, it was like, oh, okay. And I would play the song, but paying no attention to how they wanted to sing it. So I went back to Harold Graham. I went back and I said, Harold, help. I said, people want to sing with me. I said, what do I do? And he looked at me and he said, it's very simple. 2 things. For that moment, you're not the star. Okay. Number 2, for God's sake, listen to them. You'll know where they are. Listen to them. Pay attention. Watch their breathing. Watch what they're going to do. It's all about them. So when you're singing with me, remember, it's all about you for that moment. But that's been my newest thing, was to grow and learn how to do that. Music has always been a source of great pleasure. It's been my sanity. I tell people it's my sanity. It really is my sanity. And you all, people come tonight, thank you so much for being here. And when you come into the places, other places I perform, it's all about having fun. Just fun, fun, fun. And anytime it became not fun, I found a new way to make it fun rather than quit. I didn't want to quit. I shouldn't have quit, should I? I should just be here. So, I love the music and the performing. I absolutely adore my parents and thank God every day that they cultivated this talent. I was playing offertory one Sunday in those terrible teen years, you know, when you think you're bigger than you really are. And a couple of the old ladies in the church came up and said, oh, young man, God gave you such a gift. Instead of saying thank you, I said, he ain't the one getting up at 5 o'clock to practice every morning. But I've learned it is a gift, and yes, I did the work. I've done the work. I wouldn't trade a single note, a single hour of Hanon exercises. I wouldn't trade a single rap on the knuckles. Well, let's recap. Ready? piano. I love piano. I wanna hear somebody play on the piano. A grand piano, it simply carries me away. I know a fine way to treat a Steinway. I love to run my fingers over the keys, the ivories, and with a metal. I love to meddle when Paderewski comes my way. And I'm delighted if I'm invited to hear that long-haired genius play. So you can keep your fiddles and all your bows. Give me a P-I-A-N-O. I love to sit right beside an upright or a high-tone baby grand. And with a pedal, I love to meddle when Paderewski comes my way. And I'm delighted if I'm invited to hear that long-haired genius play. So you can keep your fiddles and all your bows. Give me a P-I-A-N-O. Again? Oh! Once more! I love to sit right beside an upright or a high-toned baby. I guess not tonight. Grand.
Robert Lynn. Let's get him to do one more first.
Oh, why not? I only had this jacket on for 30 seconds, you know. I took that role from Cher, you know. She started the last concert with all the Bob Mackie gowns. It was 10 minutes on stage and never out in the same costume twice. And in her case, 1/3 rule, always show a different body part. If you remember those costumes, there was always open someplace else. So I only took 2/3 of the idea. Just one quick one. Let's... There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing, everything that traffic will allow. Nowhere can you get that special feeling when you are stealing that extra bow. There's no people like show people, they smile when they are low. Even with a turkey that you know will fold, you may be stranded out in the cold. Still you wouldn't trade it for a sack of gold. Let's go on with this show. there's no people like show. People, they smile when they are low. Angels come from everywhere with lots of jack. And when you lose it, there's no attack. Where do you get money that you don't give back? Let's go on with the show. Roustabouts, tumblers, wrestlers, clowns, knife throwers. Oh, and the horses, yes. There's no business like show business like no business I know. You get word before the show is started that your favorite uncle died at dawn. On top of that, your ma and pa have parted. You're broken hearted, but you go on. There's no people like show people. They smile when they are low. Yesterday they told you you would not go far. Tonight you've opened and there you are. Next day on your dressing room they've hung a star. Let's go. Let's go on with the show. Movies were movies when you paid a dime to escape. Cheering the heroes and hissing the man in the cape. Romance and action and thrills, part of this golden damn hills. Movies were movies when during the titles you know you get a happy ending, dozens of blundering cops and a thundering chase. We were getting a bang out of lemon meringue on the face. And it's attacking a train, one little tramp with a cane. Movies were movies were movies when I ran the show. I won't send roses or hold the door. I won't remember which dress you wore. My heart is too much in control. The lack of romance in my soul will turn you gray, kid. So stay away, kid. Forget my shoulder if you're in need. Forgetting birthdays is guaranteed. And should I love you, you would be the last to know. I won't send roses and roses soon. Time heals everything. Tuesday, Thursday. Time heals everything. April, August. If I'm patient, the break will mend, and one fine morning the hurt will end. So make the moments fly, autumn, winter. I'll forget you by next year, some year. Though it's hell that I'm going through. Some Tuesday, Thursday, April, August, autumn, winter, next year, some year. Time heals everything. Time heals everything. Oklahoma every night. My honey lamb and I sit alone and talk and watch that hawk making lazy circles in the sky. Now we know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. And when we say, hey, I-yip-I-yo-e, we're only saying, you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma. K-L-A-H-O-M-A. There's no people like show people. They smile when they are cold. Yesterday they told you you would not go far. Tonight you've opened and